Religious experience is considered one of the arguments for God's existence. It's called subjective immediacy. And in the Orthodox Christian tradition, I've always had this experience that when I receive Holy Communion, I feel God's grace on me. The best way I know how to describe it is that it feels like every cell in my body is in ecstasy. Okay, and I can't guarantee you that you will have this experience if you become Orthodox, but I've always had this experience. And the most intense experience of this nature that I ever had was one time when I communed in a GOC Pavlos church, that is Genuine Orthodox Church under Metropolitan Pavlos. He's no longer the Metropolitan. I traveled close to 3,000 miles. I gave a good confession and received communion, and I had this experience strongly, and I told it to the priest, and he thought it was legitimate. Okay? He thought it was a legitimate experience of God's grace on me. And when he drove me to the bus stop, see, I was going from the bus stop to the airport, but when he drove me to the bus stop and I was standing there, I was feeling this sensation of all my cells being in ecstasy strongly, and I felt like I could just ascend into heaven right then and there. Okay, I wanted to go. I was ready to go. And it was incredible. And this experience lasted into the night. I remember being at the airport when it was dark. I was waiting for my plane and I was walking around and I still felt it. This is the grace of God. The Orthodox Church has this doctrine right, that the Eucharist is the body of Christ. The wine is the blood of Christ. Now, the GOC Pavlos Church is actually considered a schismatic church, but nevertheless, my experience is real. So I speculate that maybe they do have sacramental grace. Or that God allowed the communion I received to become the body and blood of Christ because of what I had to go through to get there. I don't know. I mean, it's almost like when I received communion in that GOC Pavlos church, it's almost like God was saying, this is where I am and this is where you need to be. Okay? That's the feeling I have. But I just don't trust these old calendars groups, and it's important that we follow our spiritual fathers in mainstream orthodoxy. Okay, but I wanted to share this experience, and it is incredible. It will last for hours. Okay? So this is, I guess, a mystical experience that I've had in the Orthodox Christian tradition that I wanted to share with the world. Christ is risen. In truth, he is risen.